All right. What I'm going to try to do right now is test out this biofeedback device right here called the Klaus 5000C PF. It's an EEG machine from about 2000 or something. It's built by a Japanese company, and I picked it up at a recycle shop for about a little less than $10. Anyway, the system didn't come with any electrodes, so I had to make them out of Canadian pennies. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on and look at the scope, and it's going through one of the multipliers down here. So let me turn that on, and we're going to test it out with the digital arpeggiating sequencer, right, that I built, and I've demonstrated that. So we'll look at this, and I'm going to do this all live, and I have to put this on. But first, let's see what happens. So there are sensors and artifacts, and the sensors are these, and we'll turn this on, see what we're getting here. And we're not getting much of anything, so yeah, it just jumped up. It's giving noise, basically, is what that's doing. So if I turn the knob up here, it should drop down to 0. So there's nothing coming out of the output at this point. So I'll put this right here, and let it run in the background. And of course, I've got cables all over the freaking place. And here we go. We'll put this on. Now it takes some time for it to activate. So I don't know if it's kind of tricky. I have to press it and see what happens here. And what we'll do is take the signal and convert it from the output of the Klaus into the CV of the analog to digital converter, and we'll generate some notes, and we'll trigger it with the keyboard, and we'll try triggering it with some other things. And here we go. Let's see. I'm going to turn up the mini brute here, and we're going to patch in a few different things. I have the outputs of the ADC, the analog digital converter, going into the OR gate and the 4 inputs, and this is either one OR gate with 10 inputs, or 3 outputs and 4 to 1, 3 to 1, and 3 to another. So we'll play with that a little bit. And this is the CV outputs from the digital arpeggiating sequencer. All right, so let's see. We'll put this into the beta mode and see if we can get this thing to activate. Okay, and I have to press down here, and this is what takes a lot of time, so I might just freaking edit this out. I don't know. Yeah, it's like sometimes it wants to, sometimes it doesn't. That's because I'm sure these pennies aren't really too responsive. Okay, so the artifacts have gone down. Well, now they're going back up. All right, well, whatever. Okay, and you'll see that the there is a little bit of noise coming out, and it is causing some variations to occur in the analog digital converter. So let's see, will I get a signal? Come on. And I think I'm going to just pause from here and cut. Oh, there we go. Nice. All right, so now we got something, and we can start to see that. Oh, the moment I turn this, yeah, see, that's the thing. It would be nice to have some real electrodes. But they are costly, so there we go. Can we see? All right. We getting anything out of here? Turn this here. Should get some more responses. Now this is set at 5 volts. So let me bring it down to 1 volt, and you'll probably see some stuff go on. Yeah, there, just jumped up. So it's jumping up around just a little over 1 volt. And of course, if I move my eyebrows, you'll see that stuff. So we'll leave this hooked up, and I don't know, you see the meters flashing, and you'll see these lights here activate it. So now let's take the one output, we'll put that in to the pitch input, and that's right here. So yeah, the iPad died on me, and I lost. Anyway, I was patching things up and getting things situated so that we could hear some of this notes being generated off of my brainwave, my beta waves, and I did do some selecting of various waveforms. So you have a beta, 3 alphas, and a theta wave that this EEG is set up to analyze from your from the electrodes, from the electrical current from your brain. So anyway, it's, I don't know how accurate it is. But it's definitely fun to mess around with. So, and you can hear it changing notes. And the way I patch things up is I have some of the stuff, the notes, the brainwave, and the output of the digital biofeedback arpeggiating sequencer into one of the OR gates, and that's going into the amplitude modulation of the mini brute, and the 4 outputs of the analog to digital converter are going into the filter input of the baby brute, mini brute, yeah, baby brute, whatever. And I have the baby 8 triggering the gate of the mini brute, and also I have it going in as note information. So you're hearing both the brain waves and the baby 8. If I pull this out, you'll just hear the brain waves, and you can see there. And I also patched in the clock source of the baby 8 to the output of the LFO, the internal LFO the DBAS, and that is set to run both the internal of the Baby 8 and the external. If I set it over here, it'll just go right to the external, and you can see this result here. It's just like plodding through. So if I put it back in, you'll see it starts acting kind of wacky, and you get some nice effects, and then we do the glide. Now I have to concentrate and get some activity going on with my brainwaves. And see here, let's switch through some of the wave forms. And this is alpha 3, alpha 2, alpha 1, theta, and I'm not sure. I have EMG and sensors and artifacts, and then nothing. Back to our beta wave. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. This is just messing around with electronics and having fun, and doing nonsense things, and maybe something might come out of this all. Enjoy.